Hey guys, it's Mia and welcome back to another episode of Teen Talk Central. In this week's episode, we're talking about finding balance this summer, from having fun with your friends all the way to learning and studying over the summer. If this is something that interests you and something that you want to learn a little bit more about, definitely continue listening to this week's episode. Okay, first of all, I don't know if everyone is on summer break now, but my school ended on Wednesday and it's now Saturday. So I've had a couple days of just like summer and hanging out with friends and doing kind of whatever. But starting next week, I definitely want to get into a bit more of a routine for summer because I don't want to waste my whole summer by like not really doing anything or just hanging out with friends. Although hanging out with friends is a lot of fun, I still want to kind of continue to grow and learn as a person and not forget kind of my fundamental skills and stuff for learning. Okay, I have a question for you guys. Do you think it's possible to have the best summer ever without burning out or falling behind? And I think the answer is yes, because I think not only is summer supposed to be about kind of relaxing and like chilling out a little bit more, but I think it's also about kind of keeping up and doing things that you really like to enjoy, and maybe that's doing charity work or learning or whatever you really want to do, getting a job. I think it's really important to have balance and productivity and mental peace all at the same time so that you can have the best summer ever. So let's talk about why summer balance matters. I think summer doesn't necessarily completely erase like anxiety or loneliness or comparison. I think it kind of stays the same, and like you might think it does because it's like, oh, I don't have to see these certain people every single day, but other things can still trigger those kind of like anxiety attacks or kind of fears that you have. Now, obviously, we don't have to be staying up until 10 p.m. every night doing homework. But, maybe you have to start studying for the SAT again, right? So it's like you're not 100% kind of cut from that schooling. And then I think some teens might compare themselves again to social media, which we talk about all the time, and about how like they may not be doing enough for this summer, or like they feel overwhelmed with the idea that like you have to be different by the time you go back to high school, and like you have to look different, you have to feel different, you have to act different. I think the reason why people quote unquote glow up in the summer is because you don't see that person for however many months. So maybe like what would have been a gradual change when you actually went to school with them is just kind of more in your face because you are seeing them for the first time in a couple months in comparison to just seeing them every day and seeing them grow. So I don't think you can compare yourself to other people as in terms of like what you have to be like when you go back to school. Next, I want to talk about the balance isn't a myth, it's a skill. I think some people think like, oh, like I'm never going to be able to balance having like a fun social life and a kind of hustle workforce, like being really productive. It's a skill. I think you have to master it, and mastering it at a younger age will definitely help you do it better in the future, but it doesn't mean that you can't master it now. I think anyone can master or develop a habit if they really dedicate themselves to it. And that's something I can do a whole nother episode on if you guys want as well. But yeah, just like kind of remembering that you can literally do anything you want. You just have to kind of push yourself and make yourself a little bit uncomfortable in order to do it. Because if you're not feeling uncomfortable, then it's probably too easy for you. Not just your habits, but like even, for example, working out or going to school, right? If you're taking classes that are maybe a bit too easy for you and you want to challenge yourself, don't take the classes that are super easy and you're like, I don't even have to pay attention to get an A, So next, the 4 pillars of a balanced summer. Rest is not waste. Because not every single day needs to be productive. At the end of the day, it is still your summer, but you still want to be able to do certain things throughout the day that just give you minor boosts of productivity, whether that be just making your bed. Because for me, sometimes just making my bed makes me feel so much better than if I didn't make my bed that day, right? Or I don't know, drinking however many liters of water, or walking however many steps. Just that alone can kind of put a habit or enforce habit, which can make you feel really good. And you don't have to have kind of a strict schedule as you do for school, because obviously we're not in school, but just something to kind of keep you like feeling happy, and being able to do what you want to do is really important. Also, let's talk about some signs of burnout that could be happening, and how to actually recharge, not just by scrolling. So I think you're burning out if you don't actually want to hang out with friends over the summer, and assuming all your friends are home, they ask you to hang out and you're like, no, I'm not really feeling it. Obviously, certain days everyone does feel a little bit tired, but if you're kind of feeling like that all the time, maybe it's a sign that okay, maybe I really need some real rest and recovery, not just watching TikTok every day or watching movies every day, because just that alone might not be enough to kind of help you feel better about yourself, and may not be full relaxation. For me, relaxing is hanging out with my friends, or talking to people, or reading a book and stuff like that. Next is kind of the idea of intentional fun, and why I guess just having fun is not the same as kind of mindful joy. So I think that just kind of having fun is almost spontaneous things. Me and my friends we'll just randomly go to the beach, or randomly go to baseball games and stuff like that. To us is kind of spontaneous fun. But then mindful joyness is kind of just stuff you think will help you kind of feel better about yourself, things that other people say helps them, but maybe it doesn't 100% help you, and you're kind of wondering why it's not helping you. It could be because it's not actually something that you find enjoyable. I think there's also healthy social time and draining hangouts and social time. I think healthy social time is with people you actually want to spend your time with, and not people that you dread seeing. I think if you dread seeing someone, then you're probably not meant to be friends. And then I think growth without pressure. I think exploring goals without turning summer into a self-improvement boot camp is really important. I think for example, I'm going to a summer camp this summer for psychology, right? Kind of exploring my interests, and you could do the same thing as well. Or a camp, or an online thing, or an internship, or whatever, just to kind of grow your knowledge without forcing or pressuring yourself into anything. And then also, summer is a chance to check in with yourself. You could try meditation, therapy check-ins, gratitude journals, solo walks. Break the cycle before school returns of people-pleasing, negative self-talk, overthinking. I have a bunch of episodes on that prior if you want to listen in. But I think it's really important to just take some time for yourself. Now let's do a little checklist, which I'll also post on my Instagram. Have you rested today? Did you do something enjoyable? Did you connect with someone? Did you progress on one personal goal? And did you check in with your feelings? I think you should use this checklist weekly. I use a similar checklist like this just to make sure that I'm on the right track, and I'm still relaxing and having a really fun summer, but also not kind of forgetting everything I've learned. If you want to share your summer balances, wins, or struggles, you can DM us at Teen Talk Central. And here's a little challenge for you guys. Try 3-day rest. 1 joy activity, 1 quiet moment, and 1 personal goal per day. And I feel that can really boost a lot of people's moods. And I think summer just isn't about extremes. It's about aligning with yourself and your goals. And I want to thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode. If you guys enjoyed it, definitely let me know. If you have any episode requests, also let us know on our Instagram at Teen Talk Central. And I will see you guys next Sunday for another amazing episode. And also go follow our TikTok, because posting a lot of fun content over there as well. So yeah, love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.